Hey everyone, welcome to this session. So I want to talk to you today about just some numbers and some numbers that I had for today. So I got a yes on a deal and this is really exciting. So I did about an hour of phone calling and I was just about done. And I've had this happen so many times. My very last phone call, and if this happens on the first phone call, I will keep on marketing. But on the very last phone call, I got a hold of a guy. He had $13,239.22. He's asked for the contracts. If I get everything back the way I'm hoping it will come in, I will have made $3,971.77. That's a pretty good payday for 1 hour. Now, with that being said, a couple things about this case that are going to be a little difficult. Okay, so it's a probate, and not only is it a probate, his parents own this property and they lived out of the United States. So I'm gonna have to open up and get probates, get a few people involved, and it's going to be a case. And he said to me, so I was calling leads that were a little bit old, and I thought I should just go with the fresh list. I thought, you know what, I finished committing to this. I'm going to go ahead and finish this. So I went ahead and kept on calling the leads that I had. So he says to me, tells me the situation, says, I've told the others, we just can't work together. Can I ask you a question? I asked him. Guy said, yeah, go ahead. I said, why would you walk away from $13,239.22 if I'm not asking you to give me any money? I'm not asking for anything up front. And if I don't get paid, if you don't get paid, I don't get paid. Why would you walk away from that? And the guy goes, well, can you help me? And I said, well, I've helped people in probates. I've helped people in your situation. I said, I have a probate deal going on right now within the state of Florida. And I said, so it's very possible that I can. And I said, I'd like to definitely try to. I'm not asking for any money. He goes, well, what do you need from me? So I went over the contracts. He wrote everything down. He wrote down some references. He's gone ahead and has asked. I went ahead and sent this to my team and said, let's do this one right. I told him it would probably be about 2 days before the paperwork went out. Here's the thing, people here out of the country, probate. I have another guy out of the country. I feel bad for this guy. I shouldn't laugh. He's a nice guy, very nice guy. He bought a property in Florida, moved out of the country. And when I couldn't contact this guy, so I actually found him on social media. I had a very common last name. I actually talked about this in another video. So we're working on this right now, but he goes, how can it be? I own the property free and clear. And I go, when's the last time you checked on this property? Oh, it's been over 5 years since I've been in the States. Okay, it's been over 5 years. Have you been paying taxes on it? No. Do I have to? Should I pay them now? And well, if it's a little late for that, I said, so I've got bad news, but I've got good news for you. I mean, it was a lot. So people don't work some of these harder cases. So that one case I'm telling you about right now, I think it's a $3,000 to $4,000 deal. I'd have to check it. This is definitely going to be a $4,000 deal, and it's going to be a little extra work. It's going to be getting some extra paperwork in, probably about another 2 or 3 months. But again, if I get this in the way I plan to get this in, I've just secured myself a check for $4,000 in 1 month. I'm very happy with that. Last thing I want to go over with you is the consistency of making cold calls. There are days where, and today I started my cold calling at 9:30 and 10:25 hits, and I got this somewhere right in the vicinity of 10:30. Actually, I went a little over 10:30 because I'd gotten interrupted. So it was just after 10:30 that I got this call. It's easy to give up after 45 minutes. I always do the full hour. I can't tell you how many times in that full hour I've gotten a deal. And today's one of them. Doesn't happen all the time. There are days where I market and nothing happens. I've talked about that on previous videos. But I'm planting seeds. If I call the people back, I'm emailing the people, I'm texting the people, I'm letting the people know that they have money. Someone out there has lost money, and today I'm going to help them find it. And again, it may just be planting the seed. It may be going and helping them in the future. The last thing I want to challenge you to do this is the continuity of making these calls. So I did a sample here. I actually did this the other night with a group I had on. This is a calendar that you should get used to filling out. It's just a Google Calendar. You could come in here and put time blocks. So I kind of did a sample schedule of mine. I have some calls and stuff I'm making on mine that are kind of confidential and clients. So I didn't pull mine up. I pulled this off an old email and just went ahead and put this together. So for me, my wife and I both are like to get out and exercise. I walk every morning at 5 a.m. So I get up and first thing I do is get out and get some exercise. And that's in my calendar. That's interrupted time. After that, I have my devotion. And before walked, I did the gym. Gyms are all closed because of COVID-19. So walking is improvised. I'm walking somewhere between 3 to 5 miles a day. I love it. There's days I surf too. So like those would definitely be in there. And I put a sample one for you. Devotion. And again, my devotion wouldn't, my devotion would be about maybe an hour is kind of pushing it, but I have my time for devotion. Now, when I was teaching, this would be filled up with teaching. Some of you may have this pulled up. I mean, your calendar is going to look completely different. Let's say that you're pulling data for your business every day from 1 to 1:30 p.m. That should be in your calendar. That means when you sit down at your desk or you go to a place to do this, a quiet place, that means you're not looking at your social media. You're not seeing who texted you. You're not looking at anything else but the leads to pull in the data. Then maybe after that, maybe you want to take a quick breather, check some email from 1:30 to 2 o'clock. And then maybe from 2 to 3, you're making contacts with the clients. You should have this in your calendar. Another thing I challenge clients to do a lot is to date these and write out exactly what you're doing with your time. Like 2 o'clock, making calls. And then say 2:15, you look at your email, write that out. 2:30, you look at your email, write that down. Write down exactly what you're doing when, and look at your time. Ask yourself, how could it have been used more effectively throughout your day? This is going to help you out a lot. And again, this is continuity. Nothing should interrupt this unless it's a real emergency. This needs to be your priority, and it needs to be on your calendar and writing as you do this. Hey, I hope this helps. I'll see you in the next session. Thank you for your time.